Good morning, my front wheel skids, loyal Tottenham supporters, loyal Spurs supporters. Just got in, I've still got my coat on. Reading X this morning, one comment stood out. They was blaming Ange for the youth players not coming through. There was two content creators, or one person who was from a protest movement and one content creator agreeing sort of thing and not picking them up on a very valid number of points on Tottenham's youth structure, which is, just simply put it, do you know how hard it is for a youngster to break through into the first team from whatever Premiership club? They're not taking into account many points that make a professional footballer in the year 2025. They just make a judgment. People always make judgments on people, and it's not the Christian thing to do to judge people like this. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. We're judging, well, we are, they are, they're judging why youth players, and they want to play the blame game again. They're blaming it on Ange. We've not even got Ange as a manager. We've got Thomas Frank as a manager. Ange is a previous manager. Fact. The facts of youth coming through. There's many points. Mental resilience. These youngsters have got to have mental resilience to social media, the world around them. To playing in front of 60,000 people at the stadium, to getting through the training. They've got to have the fortitude and desire and elite professionalism for fitness. Some of these guys might not have that. Injuries. They carry injuries. Youngsters carry injuries where they're training so hard to get through to this professional football world. There's so many different factors, and at the same time they've got to please people. They've got to please the manager that's in place at the time, whether the manager thinks they've got the resilience, the confidence to play, the elite professionalism to play, the ability to play in the Premier League. So many different points that you can't just blame one man for incoming young players. I think it works out to like 2 in 100 actually make it into the Premiership, and a lot get left behind, and a lot get loaned out to other clubs, and then they drip down the lower leagues. But yet we're not seeing people using their brain, their knowledge of football and their common sense to actually question these people, these faceless profiles who spat utter garbage at you. Oh, it was Ange's fault why so-and-so didn't come through. No. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Even if you blamed it on Thomas Frank, I'm not having that. Because they come into these decisions and saying stuff just for clickbait, a lot of it, isn't it? It's a lot of clickbait because they want someone to blame. Are we to blame? You got a lot of that on X at the minute. Oh, are we to blame? We're the only common denominator. Well, no, there's a few common denominators in Premiership football. That it's a really hard game to break into. The academies are really hard to flourish in at the minute, where you've got so many people fighting for places. That's another point. For these youngsters to break through into a professional football team in the Premiership, there's got to be a gap in the squad where maybe they could push themselves into it. At the minute, there's not a lot of gaps in any squads. We've got transfers, ins and outs from all these other different countries because we need to fill these gaps, because there's no one in the youth squad to fill that gap. Maybe they haven't got the confidence. Maybe they've not got the ability. Maybe they're finding it hard. There's a few exceptions, granted, but there's a few points for the youth why we've not got a lot of Tottenham youth squad in the first team. It's not like the days of yore where you could produce academy players like the West Ham academies of donkeys years ago, the Tottenham academies of today. Totally different, totally different. And what we've got now is people who watch football on TV. You're paying for a subscription. You're paying your hard-earned cash to go and watch them in the ground. And because it doesn't go your way, the first point of call is you want someone to blame. Paying to watch your football club is paying for support. Is paying to support these young players get through. You're paying for all sorts of things. You're paying for the people who are working for Tottenham Hotspur. You're paying for the physios, the medical room, the training. You're paying the grand off. That's what you're doing when you spend money at Tottenham. You're not paying to have an opinion on whether, oh, do you know what? I don't like that player. I don't like that. It's not up to you. It's up to the manager whether he likes that player, whether he feels that that player has got it or not. This is why we do judge the managers. We judge them a lot. Because to have a good manager, a fair manager, he will be judged. He will be judged on his performances. But at this minute, you can't blame Thomas Frank, a new manager, because it's going exactly the same way as the previous manager and the previous manager before that, where people are just judging, and we've got no right to judge. We have not got one right on this planet to judge another human being. If they think they're doing the right thing for the club, then all we can do is get fucking behind them and have the belief. We're not seeing that with the home crowd. We're seeing judgments made, vocal judgments made. We're seeing judgments on digital media being made, little keyboard judgments. We're seeing content creators judging, and we're judging other people's opinions. I think it's wrong. I think it's totally wrong. The way of supporting a football club should actually be pure. It should just be pure support, pure belief in one day this club will be great again. You know what I mean? That sounds like fucking Donald Trump, doesn't it? But it is the truth. This club will be great again one day. So I think we've got to relieve the pressure. Someone's got to open up like a pressure cooker. Someone's got to open up the valve and just let the pressure out. Everyone needs to calm the fuck down. Stop shitting the bed. Let's have some faith in Thomas Frank. Let's have some faith in the team. Have some faith in the youth academy that there will be gaps for these young boys to come through, instead of playing the blame game, blaming a previous manager. That's just not, that's intellectually inferior. That's no knowledge of football whatsoever. To blame a previous manager for the youth not coming through. You could do that. You could go back through the cycle. You might as well blame Jose. You might as well blame Jose for the youth not coming through. You might as well blame Poch if that's the case. Blame the previous managers. Blame Redknapp. Blame Birkinshaw, because you can go back and blame till your heart's content. It don't make that opinion right. What it makes it is that's what I'm saying. It comes from a sort of place where people want to play the blame game, because they're going to, as soon as you question them and pull up a point, they're going to say, well, I've paid my 90 quid. I've got a right to an opinion. Yes, you have got a right to an opinion, but you've also got to look at your opinion and think about your opinion before you say it on digital media for thousands of other people to see it and to think, what? Because they all do it. Every single content creator, myself included, we've all got opinions. Some of us think before we actually say our opinion on camera. Other people don't. They just constantly parrot the narrative, parrot the agenda. So you'll hear one content creator parrot, and parrot. Don't make any of them right. Don't make myself right. But the only right thing is you can't keep judging. You can't keep judging. You just got to get behind the team. Have faith. Have a little bit of faith. This country lacks faith. That's why it's gone down the pan. It's just lacked all faith. You know, you can't base your life on this constant hate all the time. Hate that player, hate this player, hate that position, hate that. It's just not good for you. You know, I was doing YouTube videos and people were having a moan at me. Why do you hate all the time? I don't hate all the time. I just say it how it is. And if the truth hurts, so be it. But I don't hate all the time. I don't judge all the time. In fact, before I do a video, I do my due diligent research. So whatever I've said in the past on my videos, I'll stand by it because I've done research, bruv. Not like many on YouTube. So you can judge me on my research, whether that was shit or whether that was good research, but I'm just thinking to myself, in the morals of society, I was doing the right thing, you know? Anyway, have a good one. Take care. Support your fucking club. Get behind your club. You know, you see some of these people who are frustrated with their club and think, oh, I'm not going to football no more, even though they can't afford it. And they just give up on their club. They give up supporting. They go to another division and say, the football's better. They've just lost faith. And I'm so upset that these people have lost faith for the thing that they most loved in the world. It's upsetting. So get a bit of faith. Get a bit of cheer. And just stop spouting the bullshit. For those people who like to parrot other people's philosophies on football, their ideologies on football, you know, it's no good. I'll give you an example of parroting on football, where you can have one content creator, A, and then you've got 20, 30 people in the comments section on a live chat, and you've got one particular person who's parroting what the content creator is saying just because he wants to be liked by the content creator, and he wants that little ego thing on the screen that says, oh yeah, Tottenham is shit, Angie's shit, Thomas Frank's shit, your Tottenham Hotspur will never be great because of this, because the content creator is spouting. This person in the comments is parroting to validate what this content creator is saying. So this person in the comments wants to get themselves into a position where people can listen to what he says and validate their own opinions when they're just totally wrong. You can't validate people like that. They're sheep. They're absolutely sheep. So stop being a sheep. Stop following people and use your brain before you fucking open your mouth. And I'm the first one to, my mouth just comes before my brain goes in, but sometimes I do think. Anyway, baked potato. Have a good one. Take care. Love yous all. And have a bit of faith in Tottenham, eh? God bless. Good health.